All right, so today we're gonna do another paddleboard review over the Connelly paddleboard. This is another inflatable SUP. This one I just recently got my hands on. So I have taken it out a couple times, and I've had it for now a couple months now. So I've had plenty of time to get used to it, see the pros and cons. So the first thing we're gonna talk about is what's inside this bag. So number one is obviously the paddleboard. So the paddleboard does fold up very nicely. This is one of the easier ones to fold up. So I'm gonna unroll it really quickly. And as you can see, this is the paddleboard design right here. This is called the Connelly Quest paddleboard. So it's a very awesome paddleboard. And I believe the design is the Fusion. So this is not a very common board you'll see. This is I've never seen one like this one. I can't find any sort of exact color scheme. So what we're gonna do now is cover the rest of the items you'll find inside of your Connelly inflatable paddleboard carrying gear. And next is going to be your awesome Connelly dry bag. So this is a very awesome dry bag. I love the design. Plus, these are one of my favorite dry bags with this system. It's very easy to use. So very nice add-on. Plus it has a strap for you to strap it on. Next is gonna be your 9-inch glass-filled nylon fin. So I'll explain how to use this when I flip this bad boy over and aptly inflate it. This is a very awesome fin. The next item is going to be your leash. Very nice Velcro leash. Snaps right on. I love these designs that are coil because you're able to stretch it and there's not just a lot of leftover line just hanging everywhere. So I do love this coil design that they have. You're also gonna find the strap for the dry bag. All right, and next is gonna be your 3-piece carbon fiber paddle. So right here it is. Already got it put together. So you have the bottom half right here, the middle half, and at the very top you have an adjustable paddle. So it just pops open, bring it up, adjust it to your height. So if it's really short, you keep it all the way at the bottom. So next is your pump. So this is a dual action pump. You have the switch right here and it has all your PSI readings right at the top. It's a very nice pump. I love the design of this one. It's very easy to pump up, and this one seems a little bit more high quality than the last ones that I have used. So I do love this pump quite a bit. All right, the next thing you are gonna find inside your bag is your repair kit. It's gonna be the bright orange. Inside of here, you have your 3 different patch colors. You have your tightening tool for the valve, and you have adhesive for you to actually apply the patches. So now that you know everything inside your bag and everything that you're gonna get, I'm gonna start inflating this board and tell you a lot about it. All right, now we got the paddleboard inflated. It is only about halfway inflated. I just did that to save a little bit of time, but this board for me would probably take on a normal day about 5 minutes to inflate. You know, full maximum out effort right there. Now, like long days, it does take a little bit while to inflate. It's a 330 liter paddleboard, 11 foot 6 inches long, 33 inches wide. So what that kind of means is that this board would be perfect for all paddle skill levels. So, you know, if you're interested in yoga, perfect board. If you're trying to go fishing, I've done fishing on this board. It's awesome. And if you're just a regular old like lake or river paddleboard, this board can do just about everything. And then, all right, let's get on to what's on the board. So at the front, we have 6 D-rings up here. And that's consisted of a bungee strap that goes right through that. It's perfect for storage. It's about 2.5 feet long, so which is incredible. Plenty of place to store it. And up here, I also have my waterproof phone case that came with the Connelly paddleboard. So this is something that a lot of paddleboard companies like to give away, is the awesome phone cases. I usually strap mine right to the bungee straps up front. Next thing you're gonna find is right in the middle, you have your carrying handle when you're transporting from the car over to the lake. And then, obnoxiously, right on the sides of the paddleboard, you have these paddle holders right here. Why I call it obnoxious? Because these are the most firm paddle holders in the world. I pinched myself multiple times trying to get my paddle inside of these. So the only thing this is good for is if you're transporting your board and you're trying to put your paddle on here. But other than that, I'm always worried that I'm gonna fall down and stub my toe on this, or fall, my back hits this or something like that. So, but it hasn't happened, so that's good. But just something to kind of think about if you like to fall a lot and you fall on your board. This might not be a good board for you. So, but what I have found is that when I am fishing, these things are a great fishing pole holder. So that's awesome. I love that. So that's why I'm able to kind of like put items where I want and to keep my fishing pole on my board. So, and at the very back of the board, what you're gonna find is your very last D-ring for your ankle strap. I've actually used it for my anchor while fishing. A lot of paddle boards usually say don't anchor onto like the final last D-ring. This one does it, so I feel like it's, if they say don't anchor, then you're fine, or strap anything else onto it. And lastly, you're going to find your air valve. So that's why inside that toolkit, you saw that little gray tool. If you ever hear air leaking out of this, it's not uncommon. You just stick that bad boy in there, twist it, lefty-loosey, righty-tighty, until you don't hear no air. So what you're gonna find is when you push the pin down, that's when you deflate the board, and you push the pin up while you're inflating it and keep it up. The last thing you're gonna do is twist this right on. All right, so next is that the max weight limit for this board is 350 pounds, which is incredible. That's an awesome payload weight for your paddleboard. With myself, my fishing gear, my anchor, a seat, and my GoPro stuff, my life jackets, my paddle, and my fishing pole, this thing does phenomenally. So I don't have any problem with any water getting on or me feeling uneasy about the weight I have on my paddleboard. So that's why it's awesome. 6 inches in depth of like the high PVC drop stitching material. So that means this thing is super high durability. So just because that drop stitching technology is amazing. And Connelly, if you don't know anything about them, they have been in the water sports industry since 1965. So they're mainly known for the water skis and like their water tubes and like their sort of wakeboards, but they keep that quality from those items and put it into this paddleboard. This paddleboard has insane durability and high construction. So that's why it's really great quality. So the next thing we have to get into is on the bottom of this paddleboard where you have the fin system. All right, next we have, so on the bottom of this, we have the 9-inch fin. So this thing snaps right on. It is perfect for maneuverability and super high quality. So this thing is great for your lakes and your rivers, and it steers perfectly straight. And all you have to do is you have the nut, and at the bottom, it screws in. So you screw it through the fin, and you just screw it down. This thing is one of the best designs I've seen for peace of mind, knowing that this thing is not gonna fall off. Just because of the screw and a lot of the snap, a lot of the paddleboard designs that I have seen for the fin system, it just snaps right in. And I have seen a lot of paddleboard groups that I'm in is people complaining about their fins falling off. And I know for certain that this fin's never gonna fall off when I tighten it down as tight as I can, because the water's not gonna unscrew it that much. So other than that, this is the paddleboard right here. I'm gonna flip it back over and we'll have our final stuff to talk about. All right, so for the last notes of this paddleboard is number 1, would I recommend it to one of my friends or family members? And the answer to that is yes. I love the design of this board. It is beautiful with the orange and the blue, and just the deck space up here for your feet is awesome. It does a great job of gripping. And we have the awesome storage up here up front, which stores pretty much all of my items I take with me. It has plenty of room in the back for you to put your tackle bag or any cooler that you might have. So the only thing I don't like is these paddle holders. So they're a little bit obnoxious, but I've yet to hurt myself falling on them, so that is a good thing. So it's just like, I feel like it wasn't that much of a pro to put them on here. So, but other than that, I do love the board. It comes at a little bit of a steep price of $800, but I do love the fact that the peace of mind of knowing that's a high quality brand, and me knowing that has very well built constructions and very quality materials. So other than that, what I do have to remind you guys is on the last video that I did, there's a giveaway happening right now. And what that is of a paddleboard strap. So make sure you guys go check that out. So other than that, make sure you guys wait and stay tuned for the next paddleboard review.